Women love to control men with sex, guilt, shame.
Women love non-physical forms of aggression. We're masters of manipulation. Men prefer to be much more upfront. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and this is my reaction series. Today we're going to be reacting to a video titled Why Women Hate MGTOW, the Men Going Their Own Way movement. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look.
And you will hear all of these articles and movies about the old woman who finally finds love. That is like winning the lottery, the redneck, retirement fund. Yeah, somebody wins it once in a while, but a large majority of them play the game and lose. Pop here with another episode of Live from the Lair! Alright, so the first thing I get, when you ask these ladies in regards to MGTOW what they think of it is complete disbelief. They don't think it even exists. And here's some of the reasons why they think that. They think that men just can't resist women. Okay, another thing these ladies say is, they say they're MGTOW, but they must be gay. They can't wrap their head around that. And then right behind that one is they go right to they must be a loser. Like they don't have any money or resources, and no matter what they do, they can't score a woman anyway. I know lots of guys who are never getting married again, who have six-figure incomes, boats, 2 houses, go on vacations, do their deal, live a great life, and they don't have a woman in tow. Now, it doesn't stop them from, dabbling in it from time to time, but I highly doubt that these individuals I know will actually live with women again, and I know for a fact they will never get married like me. So I know a lot of women, when they get around 29 and 30, they notice a sharp decline in the amount of men who approach them. It starts to slow down, and by 33 they definitely feel it. And that coincides with them slamming into the fucking wall. And they all do it, especially redheads who
I like this guy, he's funny.
age like banana pudding. I'm just going to put that out there. Redheads usually come in smoking hot variety or pick the meat off the bone ugly variety. Very few in between. And the ones that are in between usually don't stay there long. They go right to the wall smashing and, basically age like banana pudding, with curdled milk. Winning. And they start to come to understand that men are basically taking their resources and they're walking off the playing field.
Maybe they don't even understand that. Maybe that's why they disbelieve it. I think it's probably the first thing he said, like women just think men can't resist. And if they are wanting to resist, oh, well then they must be gay or they can't get women. I don't know. It just sounds like the women he's describing, there's not a lot of logic involved, because I've only watched 2-3 MGTOW videos so far, and the logic makes a lot of sense to me. So
a lot of women who are in their...
That's not to dispute the fact that it is a shame, though. I think it's a shame because, men and women, the idea of men and women being together, I like that idea. I think it's a good thing. I think we're good for each other. But also, I have to say fair enough to the men because, like he says, they're not wasting their resources and they're taking the risk element out of their own lives. So more power to them.
Careers realize that, hey, it's great we're making 60 grand a year, but you know what would be even better? If I had a husband or a man with me who made $50,000 or $60,000 a year, then we would have more money. Men aren't doing that. It's all on you, ladies. So once we go through these 4 stages, that's when you start to see true anger and terror. And they start to realize that life is tough. There are no trophies. Not everyone's a winner. And life's a stone bitch, especially when you have to do it by yourself. There's no one left to control. All right? Women love to control men with sex, guilt, shame. I mean, there are a bazillion.
Women love non-physical forms of aggression. We're masters of manipulation. Men prefer to be much more upfront. And women are much more verbally aggressive.
Used to mold men to do whatever they want them to do. And in the past, they got away with it because it was easy. And a lot of this anger comes out when they realize that some of their major life goals have been derailed. They can't find that guy to marry. They're not going to have those kids. you know, unless they want to be single mothers. A lot of women get upset at that, okay? And also it destroys their Disney perception of how they think life should be. You know, they're going to find their Prince Charming, they're going to ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after. It doesn't happen when Prince Charming doesn't show up, he doesn't have a horse, he's not wearing armor, and he doesn't give a fuck about you. I've noticed when women get around 33 or north of 33 and they start to really feel the pinch,
I really want to speak to more older women to see this kind of thing happening, because I'm 22, so I'm very much seeing the front end of it, of women going, you know, I want to be independent, I want to be a boss babe, like I don't need anyone. It's very easy to say at this point, but yeah, I will be very interested in the next 5 to 10 years to see how life works out for those women, and if they're still feeling that way.
They start to get desperate. All right, there's desperation, okay? Because that biological clock by 33 and 35 is basically, you know, kicking their ass so hard they're wearing it as a hat. All right, they're getting the questions from their parents: when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? When are you going to settle down? And their body is telling them, hey, it's now or never. And there's nobody there. There's no dude going to step up and throw the...
And then they'll just say, oh, I'll get my eggs frozen, or, you know, I'll adopt, or I'll do this. Is always an excuse.
Mary pass so they can have that kid at 36 and 38.
More facts from another MGTOW video. Again, I can't argue with anything that he said because it's all pretty much true. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do give it a like. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of videos that I'm going to be releasing of me reacting to various things such as this one. If you have any videos that you would like to see me react to, also put that in the comments below. I have another series I'm working on at the moment called Debunking the Lunacy, where we basically take a deep dive into all of the madness that society has to offer us in today's clown world, and together we try and make some sense of it. So yeah, be sure to check that out, and I will see you in the next one.